Welcome, everybody.
Hi,
Thank
everybody.
you so much for taking the time to spend with us. I can see Deborah is in. Hi, Deborah and Kelly. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Danielle. George, welcome.
Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Angie. Hey, Stephanie. It's so good to see you again. And
always good to
Melody.
see Stephanie.
Always good, yes.
And then we have Melody too. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. We have a few more people registered that has not made it yet, so we're going to give them a minute to pop in. Not too long, though, because we don't want to take up too much of your time. If you haven't been to one of these before, we do have a little chat box. It should be on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Feel free to chat there. And I just sent a little message there so you can see where it's at. We'll also use questions. If you have questions at any time, we do have a couple of places in the presentation where we'll ask questions, but feel free to either pop them into the questions tab or chat, and we'll keep an eye on them. We just might not answer them till the end or till we get to one of those sections. Hi, Danielle.
We also have George here with us. He is going to hang in the chat and answer anybody if they have any questions, or help us pop up some questions if we can answer them for all of you.
Yes, if you've been to one of these before, you might not have met George yet. George is new, and we are very excited to have him on our team.
Yep.
Yay.
So cut George some slack.
Stephanie and George will be good friends.
Yes. Let's see here. Seeing if anybody else is popping in.
I'm very excited for today's webinar. We're going to talk about...
Megan's finally back.
Yeah. Megan is finally back, guys. You don't have to bear with me.
No, I'm sure you did great.
You did good. Yes, absolutely.
I was out for, if this is your first one, we do these usually once a month. I was out the last two that we did. One for my birthday, went on a little road trip, and then the other I was sick, sadly. It was a little break for me, and Atanas got to be the star for a couple of them.
Not that I could take Megan's shoes. I didn't even come close to it.
I don't believe you. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started so we don't take up too much of your time. As I said, if you have any questions, feel free to either pop them in the questions tab, or you can even just put them in chat, and our moderators will keep an eye on that. And we might not answer them till we get to the question and answer section if we think it'll be beneficial for everyone else to hear. My name's Megan. I'm a ClerkMinutes specialist. I know all the ins and outs of ClerkMinutes, and then with me I have Atanas, and he knows more about ClerkMinutes than me, but on a more technical level. He'll be doing a live demo of ClerkMinutes towards the end of the presentation. So stick around for that. And we'll have a special gift for you at the end as well. All right, so today we're going to be talking about how we can transform your municipal meeting minutes with ClerkMinutes. So before we get started into the presentation, I just have a couple of poll questions for you, just to kind of see where everybody's at. So the first one is, have you ever tried using AI tools for your meeting minutes? This can be ChatGPT. If you've tried ClerkMinutes before or any other programs, just answer in chat. I see a couple of no's and a couple of yeses. Some more no's. So we're kind of split. And if you have tried some kind of AI tool and you don't mind sharing what you've tried, just let us know in chat as well. Deborah's used ClerkMinutes. Some of you might have only used ClerkMinutes. I do recognize some of your names. All right. I'm going to go to the next poll question. Feel free to continue answering this one. I see Stephanie's chatting. Good morning, Stephanie. We're very happy to have you back with us. It's always fun to hang out with you. Okay, second poll question. What is the biggest pain point in your current minutes process? Does it take too much time? Is formatting annoying to do? Is it a nightmare? Is the agenda the pain point, or keeping track of who said what, or all of the above?
I love Melody's answer.
I see in all of the above. Just a lot of it takes too much time. And keeping track of who said what is difficult also. Formatting. All right. Thanks for sharing. That helps me out a lot, just kind of knowing where everybody's at. And what you know about AI, if you're new, and what is your biggest pain points with your minutes. So thank you for answering that for me. So as we have just learned, and I've learned over the past year or so, well, really the past 3 years, I've been talking to clerks as a HeyGov employee for almost 3 years now. And I will say that one of the biggest things I've heard over and over is how much clerks hate doing minutes, which I understand, because once I learned what all goes into doing the minutes, I realized that I could never just sit there and focus on that for that long, and then having to be so tuned in the meetings to keep track of every single little thing. So I applaud you that you're able to do that. I don't think my focus would allow me. So what I've learned is that minutes take hours to finish the old-fashioned way. But with ClerkMinutes, we can shorten the hours-long process to under 15 minutes. We can have you a nice draft that you might just need to make a couple of edits here and there too. So let's talk about how we can do that. So imagine that there's a way to shorten the process. And with that, you're able to get your time back where you can start attending community events again. You can address resident concerns, champion projects. You might even want to build relationships within your community, maybe with colleagues in other departments. You can better invest in your training. You pursue certifications if you want to, and maybe even expand your skills to better serve your community. With ClerkMinutes, it gives you a strategic advantage. You're going to be saving a lot more time. So how does it work? So first, what you need to do is build the agenda, and we'll talk about how you can do that in the system, or you could just simply upload your agenda. The second step is to upload your recording, or you can copy and paste your link. And again, we'll go into that a little bit more in a moment. And then the last step is to process your minutes. And this is just editing the minutes to get to a point where you're happy with them and ready to publish them. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your agenda. So you have two options. You can either upload. We only accept PDF format, but it's really easy to export in PDF if you don't already. It's a standard option. And from there, our system will read your PDF and pull the different agenda points out. And it can read the subsections as well, and it will generate them. The second option is to use our agenda builder. And we are working on improving this to make it a better option for you. Right now, you could add in your agenda items. Other department members can log in and enter in their agenda items as well. And if there's any files that you'll need to take a look at during the meeting, they can upload those as well.
So it will basically allow you to create some sort of a agenda system where you can also have files as part of the packet. But this is rudimentary now, and we're working to improve it much more than.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you're a current ClerkMinutes user on this call, you might get a call from me in the near future where I'll ask you some questions so that we can improve this and build it better. And I see Stephanie says that she'll need to mess around with this one. Maybe me and you can talk and we can figure out how we can improve it. Yeah, sure. We'll get on a call. I love talking to Stephanie. She's a lot of fun. All right. So now we've built the agenda really quick and easy. And the next step is to upload the recording. So before I show you how to do that, I want to know how you record your meetings. Do you do audio recordings, video recordings, or maybe you don't currently record your meetings yet? Just let me know in chat. I see Deborah. They video record theirs. Danielle does not record theirs yet.
Danielle, do you mind me asking, how do you do the minutes if you're not recording? Do you just write everything down?
And Stephanie is currently doing audio, looking to switch to video. Angie does video. And then Danielle listens and writes.
Wow.
That
You're a superhero.
I applaud you. That is a lot. And then Callie says audio stream online. That streaming is very popular now. Yes, that is talent, Danielle. All right. Thank you guys for your response.
I can sometimes barely listen to myself, and Danielle can do that with other people.
Right. Like I use an AI assistant to take notes in my demos for me. I wasn't even that great at hand taking notes in one-on-one demos. I can't imagine doing it with like a bunch of people talking. So I applaud you. That is amazing. So if you are looking to switch to recording, or maybe you just want to change your current process or you need ideas, so different ways you can record your meetings are, if you have a smaller municipality and maybe you're in a small room, you could probably get away with a handheld recorder. Those are pretty limited. They have more advanced ones now than they used to, though. They have some that can just transfer the file to your computer. I did some research into those. So if you are in a smaller municipality and maybe you're just in a boardroom or something like that, that is an option for you. My recommendation, I know not every municipality can afford this, but just paying someone to have them put in an AV system and a way for you to video record or stream your meetings that you can connect to your computer. Professionals are really good at that, and they can make it really easy for you to plug into. Mia and Stephanie's actually talked before because she's looking for a better way to she wants to video record their meetings. And I've talked to other municipalities that are using ClerkMinutes and they want to pick up better audio. And based on my research, the best option is just to have an AV system installed. But like I said, I know that's not an option for everyone. There are other devices like Owl Labs that will stream and that will record for you. Owl Labs is 360, so it'll actually rotate. And we have a current customer that uses it and loves it. But again, it's not something that will work for everybody. And again, if you're a bigger municipality, it might not pick up everything. Other municipalities like to live stream. This is really helpful to get maybe people more involved in your municipality that doesn't come out to the meetings. Maybe they're more willing to stream if they're able to do it from their home. I'm kind of like that. When I was younger, I thought going to the meetings were so much fun. And then now it's really just like post-COVID, stuff like that. It's just hard for me to leave my house for some reason. But we have a live stream that I can watch. And anytime I know there's something that I'm interested in coming up, I'll make sure I tune in and watch the live stream. And Stephanie says that they have a Logitech now that records their meetings. And so that's something else that you can look into. And if you want to have a discussion with me about this and maybe I can tell you what other municipalities have told me. Feel free. I'll have my email at the end and we can talk about it. So with uploading, it's as simple as just having your file on your computer and uploading it. Once you click upload, it'll pull up your file explorer. But if you already stream your meetings or record them through Zoom, or you upload them to YouTube, and you have a public link, you can just copy and paste that link in, and our system will pull that video out and upload it to our system for you. For file types, I've had some people ask about this. We pretty much accept any standard file format for audio and video. So like MP3, MP4, WAV, and then the video version of that, and then the movie format. Pretty much any file format you upload should work. If you have any hangups, you can always contact support. All right, so now we've uploaded our recording and we're on the last step, which is processing your minutes. This is probably the longest step, but it's not hard. You just have to actually take a little bit, you have to focus a little bit more and breathe through, whereas the other steps are like press a button and done. So processing your minutes. Before we get into that, I want to know how long it takes for you to finish your minutes. This is always fun to ask. I've had people tell me it takes as little as 30 minutes to an hour and as long as like 10 hours, which is insane. And Stephanie, I will look into that. Maybe I'll switch to the Logitech. I'll look into their software. I haven't researched them, but if they're easier, I can suggest that instead. Danielle says hours.
Deborah says, depending on the length of the meeting. So Deborah, how much would it take you for a 2-hour meeting?
3-hour meeting, 1 to 2 days.
Wow.
Stephanie uses ClerkMinutes and she says now it is very short.
Stephanie, if it's not a secret, how much did it shorten it?
And Deborah says to transcribe and proof 6 to 8 hours.
Well, our transcription process, I think, down to 1 hour. Okay, that's great.
Awesome. So it really depends on your process, but whatever your current process is, if you're not using AI or ClerkMinutes already, we can definitely shorten that for you.
Yeah, even
and
if
Stephanie's down to 1 hour from 8 hours per meeting. Their meetings are complex and they have a lot. They have a lot to do in their meetings, I guess. So it took her a long time to do her meeting minutes, but now she's down to 1 hour with ClerkMinutes. So that's awesome.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, thank
you,
you,
everyone.
So the steps to process your minutes. So what you need to do is set the length and tone before you generate. That's just choosing how long you want your minutes to be and kind of the tone, and then proofread them. So to make your minutes a little bit better, we recommend assigning speakers. We do have a section where you can view the full transcription of your meeting before you actually generate the minutes. And here, what you can do is assign and add speakers. Our system can tell the differences between different people's voices. So for example, if I was talking and then Atanas was talking after me, I would be speaker 1, Atanas speaker 2. Anytime I'm talking, so I'll assign myself as speaker 1, and then anytime I'm talking, it'll update with my name. And then if I assign Atanas as speaker 2, it'll just update with his name. And sorry, I was reading Stephanie's comment. And she was saying that she needs more help with this part. So we can always get on a training with you and help you out with this. But what this does is when you generate the minutes, it'll add in names. And so that it takes an extra step away when you're going through proofreading your minutes and making changes. And I don't know if you have anything else to add here, Thomas.
We're actually working on a surprise update. I don't know if I should share it. Should I share it? Should I?
I want you to, because I don't know if I know about it.
So we're actually wanting and focusing on making this part simpler. and easier in assigning the speakers and uploading the recording and all of that. So we're doing like a small tweaks, but in the future they'll amount to something great, similar to what Megan and I will share later in this webinar.
Ooh, well, that's exciting and a little cryptic. I'm gonna have to ask you more about this after the meeting because now I'm curious. All right. So with us on the speaker, and then next, well, first, if you need to add a new speaker that's not in the current list, all you have to do is click add speaker, and then you can type in their name and it'll add them to the speaker list. All right, so with us on the speakers, and next up we need to set the length and tone. So to do that, we just click on each one. We have different options for length, short, medium, long. And then tone, we have a couple of different options like professional, official meeting format. We have some silly options, or you can make it sound more formal. We have a few different options here. So you can play around to decide what generates the best minutes for you. All right, once you've done that, you just click generate draft minutes and it'll start creating your minutes for you. Once it's created your minutes, we do have a full built-in text editor, so you can go in and make any changes you need. If you need to create bullet points, you want to add in links, bold, italicize, any of that, you can do all of that within ClerkMinutes. And we have added, if you were on the last webinar, Atanas did talk about this, but we have released a new update that helps you perfect your minutes. It's called AI Actions. With AI Actions, all you have to do is highlight a section and you get different options to change that section. So you can see here, there's make it longer. So maybe if it didn't generate long enough for you, you wanted more detail in that section, you can make that section longer. If it was too wordy, maybe you want it shorter. And then you can also change the style. So maybe if you did it in official meeting format, but you want it more casual, you can change that. And then we have a describe your change option. So what this is you can put in what you want. If you wanted this translated to Spanish, you just tell it to translate it to Spanish and it'll do it. What I asked it to do was make the section longer and put it in paragraph form instead of in the bullet points. But basically any change you want that can make that section better for you, you can do it. And you can do it to as many sections as you need. And we see here, it generated a longer section in paragraph form. This actually wasn't even all of it. You can scroll through. And then if you're happy with it, you can either accept it or discard the change. So that's an exciting new update. And then if you need to, if your minutes, you did the AI actions and maybe you still don't like how it generated the minutes, you can always just scroll to the bottom and regenerate your minutes. If you are paying for ClerkMinutes and you're on a plan, maybe you have 5 meetings a month, this doesn't count against you for your 5 meetings a month. You can regenerate as many times as you need to get the perfect minutes for your municipality. All right, so now we've proofread the minutes, we've perfected them, and we've finished processing the minutes. So we've completed all the steps. We built the agenda, we uploaded the recording, and we processed our minutes. And now all we have to do is export them and upload them to the website. So as we talked about before, finishing your minutes can take hours the old-fashioned way. Do you have any questions before Atanas does a live demo to show how quick it is to do with ClerkMinutes? We'll have another question in the next answer session at the end. So if you want to wait, feel free. But if you have any quick questions, I just wanted to give you time to ask them. Regenerate meaning another format. Regenerate, when you click it, Atanas, does it give you the option to like change the settings when you regenerate, or yes?
So regenerating allows you to select a different tone, length, or similar. It does not, in fact, change the formatting. It is something that we would love to learn how you want it done and how your formats work. So maybe you'll get another call, Danielle, from Megan asking about your formatting. So
Yeah.
in order for us to make sure that it works.
But basically, when you regenerate, it'll give you the options to go back through, and maybe if you chose the medium length, you can choose the longer length, or if you chose official meeting format, you can switch it to formal tone to see if it generates better. And then Deborah asks, can we set a template that mirrors our existing minutes so it will hold that format?
So Deborah, at the moment, you cannot have a separate template for your minutes. But if you send something to us, maybe we can figure out a way how to do it for you. We have something on the roadmap that will allow you to do it in the future. Similarly to AI actions, we have focused on delivering updates every time we can. And we can only do those by learning from you. And yes, we'll be in touch to see how you handle your format in order for that update that we'll work on affects your format and your template specifically.
And you hear us talking about a lot of updates. We are constantly updating ClerkMinutes. We're calling you. We're trying to figure out how we can make this product better. And I'm sure Stephanie can attest to this, that we're consistently updating it. There's changes every few months. We try to call and do our due diligence before we release updates. But we really are trying to make this process as easy as possible for you. All right. We don't, I see now I have put in a question. Can I use my smartphone recorder to record the meeting? You can use the audio recorder on your smartphone, but it probably will not capture everything if you're in a big room. If you're able to hook up some lavalier mics to the people who are talking the most, or have some kind of microphone that connects to your phone. I know there are Bluetooth microphones that can connect to your phone. Maybe you can capture audio that way. If you're not using microphones or lavalier mics or anything like that, I would worry that it wouldn't pick everything up, but you can always try it out alongside your current method. I don't know if you have anything to add on to that, Atanas. No?
Nope. That's perfect.
All right. So now we'll let Atanas do a live demo.
I was getting ready for this. So I'll share my screen and
I'll stop sharing mine.
I have too many screens, I'll be honest.
You're fine. That's always me. I always have like a million things pulled up.
Yes, there I am. Hopefully you can see my screen. I'm just scrolling.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Apps. So here, license, here reserve. Okay, that's awesome. HeyGov Pay. Here we have ClerkMinutes, and I have one meeting that I already started. Basically, in order for you to get a meeting, you just click to add a meeting and you create the meeting itself. We also have the ability to, give me a second, drag and drop an agenda here. So basically what we train the AI to do is take your PDF of an agenda, like I am doing right now, just drag and drop it here. And when I do that, the AI is looking at the agenda itself and is trying to figure out what meeting is this, when was it held, how was it done. So it basically processes and creates the meeting for you. In this agenda upload that I just did, it already took the PDF of the agenda, plugged in every little part of it, gave me an overview when the meeting was done. We can see I'm using an old meeting from 2022. You can do that anytime if you want to do your meetings, if you want to test ClerkMinutes. I have the agenda. I can drag and drop it. I can change it. So the AI already did most of the legwork. The biggest legwork that comes in, especially for Danielle, because she does listen to stuff and does minutes manually. The biggest legwork is here. I just clicked a couple of buttons and now I'm uploading the recording. However, instead of us waiting for it to upload, I can always go and do anything else that I need to do.
And when you aren't seeing Autonomous, like when it's just popping stuff up, he's just in his file explorer dragging and dropping files.
Yep.
So if you have like your file explorer pulled up, you can just drag those files into HeyGov or into ClerkMinutes.
Thank you, Megan. I don't see if I'm sharing that, so thank you for adding
Yeah,
that.
no problem. I just wanted to let people know because it doesn't show anything and then it just pops up.
It looks magical, I guess.
Yeah.
So this one is already uploading, and I can wait. I can do everything that I want to do. I can even go out or meet with the fire chief or whatever. Well, the work is being done in the background. Once the work is done, you will receive an email. In that email, you will be able to access the transcript itself. In the transcript, you can in fact assign speakers. So here I'll just do this for several people, and I just click assign speakers. Now, if I made a mistake, I can always, oh, my computer froze. Do you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So if I made a wrong assignment of a speaker, like Terry here, I can click on minute 36.
And Bruce. And Bruce.
The video at minute 37.
How would you like this?
The 54th second. And I can see who spoke at that second and assign a different speaker. Now, once all of that is done, I can even have a timeline of events. I can have the whole transcript. I can even download it. Once all of that is done, I can go to the minutes. So let us check if our little upload is working. No, it's still working in the background. So the minutes themselves are pretty empty when you first access them. I can always click to generate. When clicking, I can select length and tone, and I'll generate the minutes. So Danielle, Deborah, you said you take a lot of time to generate the minutes themselves, do the transcript, do everything. But basically, by allowing yourself to drag and drop a PDF agenda that you already have, add an uploading that you can do with a smartphone or similarly, if your venue allows it, you can just click one button and generate your minutes. So that's the interesting, nice part that people are loving. The best part that people told us they're loving is this. We constantly send updates allowing you to have a better experience every couple of weeks or more. The latest update that we are working on right now is AI actions. So I can in fact here describe a change that I want this to I want this AI to give to me. So I just asked it to give me bullet points. I can ask it anything. So it already took the bullet points. I can just click accept, and it will apply it to the minutes themselves. So similarly, we're talking about AI actions, those types of updates. We're actually going to work on some updates for speakers, some updates for the agenda, and similar. So that's our next focus for our next roadmap.
Let me get back. Oh, here we are. I didn't know if it would start it back from where I was at. Yeah, thank you for that, Atanas. And he was just using a sample meeting, so sometimes those pull weird. But with AI actions, it gives you a lot of leeway to try different things. Like I said, you could even translate the whole thing to Spanish if you wanted to. You can make it longer, shorter. The main reason we created AI actions, just for a little background, is we wanted to give you more control over your minutes. We were having people make suggestions to us, like, what if we could do this with our minutes? We were like, well, we'll just create an option where you can do what you want with minutes. If you want to make them longer, if even the long section doesn't generate it long enough for you, you can generate certain sections longer so you can get more details. So thank you for that, Adonis.
Thank you, Megan.
So is there anyone in here that wants to try AI actions in ClerkMinutes? Feel free to just answer in chat. And while we do that, I just wanted to let you know that I would like to give you a gift. First, the gift of reclaimed time. I would love for you to have more time not spent on boring minutes, because we all know that's not the favorite. I don't think it's your favorite part of your job. And maybe it is. I did talk to one person that it was the favorite part of their job, but most people it's not. I'd also like to help you free up your mental space and energy with a 30-day free trial of ClerkMinutes. You don't have to enter in a credit card, your credit card information or anything. It's risk-free, just to see if it would work for you. We want to allow you to upload your recording, upload your agenda, and see if it will work for your municipality before you buy it. Because if it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't work with your process, then at least you didn't put any money into it. You just spent 15 minutes trying it out. So would love for you to try it out. You can register by scanning this QR code and registering on your phone, or you can go to clerkminutes.com/try, and we can send that in chat. Let me see. There you go. You can click that and do a test run. You can upload your agenda, upload your recording, or if you scan the QR code, it'll allow you to register for an account that will have the 30-day free trial on it. And from there, you have access to our system. We'll send you some information to get you started. So feel free to check that out. And I have this still in the top right-hand corner of the screen. You should be able to still scan it there. If not, let me know if you're going to try it out. If anybody has any questions, we're at the end of the presentation. So feel free to drop those either in chat or in the questions tab. I see Deborah has a question. Cost. Let me answer Danielle's and then I'll get to yours, Deborah. So cost, it starts at $99 a month. We do have discounts if you purchase annually. If you go to our website up there where I tagged the clerkminutes.com/try, on our website, we do have our pricing publicly available. You can scroll through and see the different options. And then Deborah said, how long will minutes be stored in ClerkMinutes? Does it purge? How does ClerkMinutes count the number of meetings? Is it by date, video, audio, title? If a speaker is misidentified, I had to go in and manually change the name. Otherwise, it would change every speaker with that number to the new name. Okay, so we'll start with the first one. How long are minutes stored in ClerkMinutes? I don't think that there's I think we have unlimited storage, don't we, Adonis?
Yes, due to the fact that I won't go into details, I can be very boring, but you can have an unlimited number of minutes for an unlimited number of time. So if you want to use it for 10 years, you can.
So it does not purge.
Yeah.
And how does it count the number of meetings? So for example, if you do 5 meetings a month, it would be not, if you regenerate, it would just be 5 new meeting creations if you're on that plan, or if you're on the 15 meetings a month plan, it would be on the list in ClerkMinutes where it has the meetings by line item. Each one of those would count as a meeting. But if you regenerate, it doesn't.
So it counts the meeting itself. It doesn't count the regeneration. It doesn't count the AI action. It doesn't count when you started the meeting. If you have a meeting that you started in July, say 30th of July, but you hold it, you ran the meeting and the minutes on the 1st of August, it will go for the 1st of August. So that's how it sees it, based on the meeting itself.
Yes. And then maybe you can answer the last one, Adonis.
Yeah, for the speaker, that's one of the updates that I mentioned. We're working to improve the speakers themselves and how the system and AI actually identify the speakers. Audio and video is not something that we can control. So that means if you upload an audio or video recording, the AI sometimes can even hallucinate listening to the tone of voice and the color of the voice, as we say. And unfortunately, you have to end up changing the name of a misidentified speaker. We're hoping to improve it in the future with some of the updates that we're working on, but unfortunately, it's a limitation of the technology at the moment.
Yeah. And so the best thing you can do is try to have the highest quality audio as possible so that it can tell the difference between speakers better.
And
You go ahead and talk.
Yes, even then it can hallucinate. It can make stuff up. So that's why an AI will never be able to replace a human. It's just impossible. It does the best it can do, but a human is always bestest than everything.
And we have, like, when we've sent out emails for ClerkMinutes, we've had clerks like, no, this will take away my job. This will never take away your job because it does need a human to go and review it and make sure everything is accurate, which is so important with minutes.
Yes.
So we're not trying to take away your job. We're just trying to make it easier.
I don't know if somebody could replace a clerk or a recorder,
I
honestly.
I do not think technology could ever replace a clerk.
Yeah, I've worked in national government, and I know that some people there are replaceable, but I also worked in local government. There would be no governance without local government. I'm just saying, like, I'm not joking.
I think there's many jobs that can be replaced by computers, but I just don't think clerks are one of them. I feel like they're such an important resource for communities that it would be hard.
It's impossible, at least in my opinion.
They're the ones who know what everybody else doesn't know. Starting business, I have no idea what to do. I need you to walk me through it. What do I need to submit? What do I need to fill out? Please tell me. I had a resident come in at the time of the equipment and missed that section. Okay, yeah, there's
Is this for recording, Danielle? Like
yes.
how to record? Yeah.
So I'm going to go back, and Stephanie told me I need to update one of my options. So I'll tell you what Stephanie told me. Let me go back. Okay, here we go. So different options, and this is not an exhaustive list. This is just what I've heard most people use from the clerks I've taught to. Handheld recorders are really popular with smaller towns. Those who don't have as many people come to the meetings. Those are sometimes enough for the meetings. But if you have big meetings and a lot of people come, I probably wouldn't recommend this method. AV systems is what I recommend just because it's the easiest. Have somebody else come and set it up. But I know not everybody has the budget for that. But if you do, this is what I would recommend. Tell them if you want a way to stream it, tell them you want to be able to set it up easy and plug into your computer to stream. There are systems like Owl Labs, and Stephanie uses Logitech, has a similar device that can sit on a desk or something and does 360 recording and also records the audio and will send it to your computer. And then other people just live stream, have a computer that's connected to their or has a camera that's connected to their Zoom, or some people live stream on YouTube and allow residents to watch. Stephanie said that they hung up their Logitech on the wall. That's also an option. And then the owl can sit on the desk. I haven't looked into the Logitech yet. Do you know what it's called, Stephanie, so I can add that in, like the specific name of it? And Danielle said they rarely have any attendees unless public hearing. So something small like what Stephanie is using, either Owl Labs, it didn't work out for them, but we do have another municipality that it works out really good for, town of Forestville. But she's using a Logitech device, and I think she's trying to find the name for that, that she hangs up on the wall. So something like that might work for you guys. I remember you telling me, was it the setup and having to set it up? Was that the issue with the owl? Oh, it's getting old. Okay. So I'll replace that. Is it Mevo? Is that what you use? Or StreamCam? I was looking into the different ones they have. Just so I can add that in. Okay, Logitech Rally plus video conference equipment. And she even sent a link. So maybe you could look into that.
Stephanie rocks. Hopefully, Danielle, this will help you with things. If you want to test out ClerkMinutes, you can get the 30-day free trial, and you can just try a recording with your phone, just for the fun of it, without having to expect a whole system to go with your meetings. So
you definitely don't have to invest in anything fancy. You can even just set up your laptop and record from start a Zoom or something and record from there. There's a lot of different options. You can just test it out and see how you like the system, how you like the software. And Stephanie says she uses a hand recorder to do the minutes. Yep, that is what Amazon's all about. All right. Do we have any other questions, comments, suggestions?
Does anyone want the trial link so you can scan it here?
Yes. Oh, there's Nellet. Hi, Nellet.
Nellet's internet is off the hook.
I'm surprised mine's still working. Like, it started storming, and lately, every time it started storming, my internet goes down. Thank you for sending that, Nellet. There's the try page again if you want to try it there. And then I have the QR code if you just want to register for an account and try later. You can scan it with your phone. Danielle's interested in 30-day free trial. You can either click the link, or you can just scan that and register for an account. Sarah asked if access to ClerkMinutes is based on person or municipality. It's based on municipality, and then we do have limits on how many people can use it based on what package you're on. Right, Atanas?
Yeah, I think so, but nobody has hit that limit so far. Yes, so basically, the biggest limit that you have, Sarah, would be per meeting. So that's the biggest limit that you have. Meeting per month. I apologize. So it's based by municipality. You can have,
Yes, and everybody would have their own account. They would just be added to your municipality. They would have their own login.
Mm-hmm. So do you have more than 3 departments, Sarah? And 5 team members, more than 3 departments, 5 team members?
You have 4 staff. Yeah, then you would be fine with the basic plan. The starter plan allows 5 team members and 3 departments.
But first, try it off by yourself. then
Yeah.
don't tell them, and then be a hero, and then let them use it.
Danielle said the next meeting is August 15th, so she'll try around that date.
Nice.
All right. Would you like us to send you a reminder or send the link again? Sure, we'll mark it down to do that. I'll make a note.
I'm making notes as well.
Thank you for your time as well, Callie. Thank you, everyone. If anybody needs to drop off, feel free. If you have any questions, we'll stick around for a few more minutes. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy days to attend the webinar and hang out with us. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stephanie said the only issue she has is with the agenda. Oh, it's because of the line items.
Stephanie, we're working to make it one, but implement a different security measure to make sure it's a municipal meeting. So the reason why we have only 3 or 5 agenda items is because we want people to have people to try it for municipal meetings. But now we need to lower it down to one agenda item and figure out how it's a municipal meeting and secure it that way. Open item, then close. Okay, so 3 would work. I can work with 3. I can work with 3. I'm telling our team now. Okay, everything is written down. We are not losing you guys. We're doing this for you. And I love everything that you shared. Thank you very much.
All right, Danielle, look forward to you testing it out and would love to hear your feedback after you do.
Yeah. If you have the chance, have fun with it. That's always what I say.
You can try it out during your trial period. You can try it out as many different ways as you want to. Really, even after, you can regenerate it until you're happy with it. Okay, bye, Stephanie, and bye, everybody else. It was really nice chatting with you. All right, bye, everybody.